Maldonado here. Just want to get your thoughts on how the main event went.
I thought the whole card was really good, top to bottom. I mean, I could really be being partial because I'm involved with the company Pro Box TV, but I thought from top to bottom, I've never seen a more full card that was so full of competitive fights. Every fight was competitive. Even the prospects were in tough, to tell you the truth. And I thought the Last Chance tournament brought us a lot of good action. All sets of hungry guys, and neither wanted to give in to the other in each and every fight. The only knockout we had of the night, the guy had to get separated from his consciousness in order to get stopped, because otherwise nobody was going to stop. That's how we had a bunch of hungry fighters all night, and even the main event, Jean Pascal, 39 years old, for a hungry fight. I mean, most guys at that age cannot dig down that deep, but Jean Pascal showed why he's a champion that he is.
And he didn't fight since 2019.
Yeah, he hasn't fought since 2019, and that's his age. I'm telling you, take it from me, man. I fought as an older guy too. I fought until I was 36, and it just wasn't the same trying to dig down. And I'll tell you what, credit to Mong Fei Long too. Really sharp boxing, really good boxing. It was a really good competitive fight. I thought it could have went either way, so it was a good fight, good action, and I'm happy with the show.
Does it kind of wipe away some of the stuff that they were saying about Pascal, you know, with all the failed tests, and then usually when a fighter has something like that,
well, I'll tell you, I'm involved with Pro Box. We had him tested a lot throughout the whole campaign, a lot. And you know what? I mean, you could tell. You know, he didn't look like the young Pascal. You know, but you know what? He fought in his spots. He made Mong uncomfortable enough in spots. I thought the fight could have went either way. Listen, if Mong would have got the decision, I really wouldn't have had a problem with it. I thought Mong won a lot of the early rounds, but it went the way it went, and it's a credit to Pascal.
Gotcha. Now, I was talking to Roy actually. He was telling me that before Canelo and Bivol fought, that all of you guys were saying that Bivol was going to win.
Yeah. It's on YouTube. You can actually see it. So you go to the Pro Box TV.
Can you kind of tell everybody why? What was it about Bivol? Was it his size or just his fighting?
I actually predicted that Bivol would get robbed in the fight. That was my prediction. I didn't trust the Vegas judges, but I think that my thinking was, besides Bivol being too big, he fights at a fast pace. Fights at a very good pace, and Canelo never feels comfortable fighting at a fast pace. I've never seen him being able to up his pace. He usually relies on he usually relies on bringing the level of his opponents down to his pace, and this time he couldn't get the respect of Bivol to make him diminish his pace, and we saw the result.
As a great fighter though, because Canelo was, you know, universally thought as a pound #1. Do you think it makes sense for him to fight that rematch at 175, or just say, you know what, fuck it, I'm good. I don't think he can beat Bivol. No matter what the weight is. I think that the problem remains the same, the pace, and I don't think Bivol is gonna. I don't think you have to be able to, in order to lower your opponent's pace, you have to be able to get their respect. Saunders gave too much respect to Canelo. Caleb Plant gave too much respect to Canelo. Obviously, that's a credit to Canelo too, but being able to earn that respect. He is a world-class fighter after all, but I don't think he would be able to get the respect of Bivol. We saw the way Bivol approached it, and Bivol actually got more confidence as the fight went on. So can we kind of flip it around? If Canelo did say, hey, you know what, I don't care what anybody says, I'm gonna fight him in a rematch, what would you tell him? Like, hey, you need to do this, this, and this, then, if you want to beat Bivol.
He needs to be more active in general and more active with the jab, especially. You know, he needs to be able to change his being and out. He's very, very cement-footed. A lot of problems. I don't know. I wouldn't know how to approach that fight. I mean, those would be my approaches. I just don't know if the Canelo would be able to do those things.
Gotcha. And I just want to kind of go back to the pro boxing. Like, where did it kind of come from? Like, did all of you guys just kind of come together and say, hey, we want to do something really unique in sport of boxing?
You know, Gary Jones is the creator, the brainchild behind the idea. He approached us all with this idea, and we thought it was very genius. We weren't sure how it could be executed, so we went about going through a game plan of trying to get the right people together and get it executed. But ultimately, you know, we felt we would have the best commentating team in boxing. Gary handles the rest, but you know, we really we're in the fight in the gym with the fighters. You know, we really care about how the confidence level of the fighters, the improvements of the fighters. We got a great team with the trainers too. Mark Ferret, Asa Beard, and Ray Ferret. We got a nice training camp here, a nice compound, the property here, and we got the arena here as well. So we can bring both. We love to have all kinds of fighters. Like I said, we're not a promotional company. We're a TV company, so we love to have all the fighters come here for training camps and set up camps and have good fighters training here. It's all around boxing. It's not just TV.
So is the plan to continue to have events here in this specific arena?
Yeah, in this particular arena and other arenas as well. We want to bring more and more cards to the network itself. We want to have as much content as we can, and we also want to have good content. And we feel we got off to a good start with tonight's card.
Tonight's card was terrific, man. Do you know when the next fight, or roughly when the next fight?
June 24th, we have a light flyweight title fight, the WBO light flyweight title.
Got it. And who's going to be the main event now?
That's the fight. I forgot the WBO light flyweight champion, but I know he's the challenger's Barriga from the Philippines.
Gotcha. And just kind of piggyback on what Roy Jones was telling me. He was telling me that if Canelo goes back down to 168, he would like to see him fight against Demetrius Andrade, Dave Benavidez, also Jamal Charlo. Out of those three guys, who do you believe? I don't even have to ask you. People always said Benavidez is the guy.
I think Benavidez is a problem. I love to see Charlo get a shot at Canelo first and foremost, but because he was a mandatory 160, he never got the shot. But I think Benavidez is also a great fighter.
Well, if you just take Canelo,
and Andrade, I picked always to beat Canelo, but not anymore. The way I've looked, and I've seen Andrade lately, I feel like he's a reflex fighter and he's past his prime.
So if we could just take Canelo out of the equation, because we know that Dave Benavidez and Jamal Charlo have been beefing for about a year now. If they were to fight at 168, who do you see winning that fight?
Against Charlo, I don't know. I mean, that's a good fight.
I
have to give it some thought. I can't spur the moment think about it. I got to break that down in my mind.
So don't give me an answer on who you think will win. Just tell me who do you think will have the edge. Like, who would you lean towards?
Benavidez is physically bigger. He's more active. Charlo's good on the outside. It depends. It depends on where they fight the fight. Where the fight is fought, outside or inside.